Yo, what's up, all of our awesome fans out there, guys and gals and everything in between. This is the You Be Aight podcast. It is presented by AML Media. Love you, Mom. This week we got a couple great topics for you, some nostalgia, some funny stories. Learn maybe, what's your bathroom habits? Maybe get you thinking, are you right in the bathroom? I am Gene Labordi. My co-host and brother and my best friend, Stephen Labordi's hanging out over here. High fives. And then also we have our awesome producer doing basically all the hard work. We just get to goof around. She has to fix all the stuff. Is my beautiful wife, Rachel Labordi. Once again, this is You Be Aight podcast. Fellas, ladies, we got a little bit of merch out there, all right? If you want to support us, we tried to do it as cheap as possible. You can get yourself a You Be Aight shirt, and more will be to come. I think they're pretty spiffy, and we tried to price it, so let's see some You Be Aight shirts out
for the
there.
Regular folks.
Yeah, and it goes up to the big sizes. The boy can wear them, all right? So come along for the ride. Rachel, why don't you tell the folks, all the great people out there, where they can find us.
Okay, we are on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Patreon. All of our social media handles are on the screen, so take a screenshot if you're watching the video, or you can go to our website to find all of our links there. The website is aml.news.blog.
Check out that website, fellas. That's going to be the easiest for all you. And that's where you can get yourself a new special shirt for you or a present for somebody. Come along for the ride. Let's have some fun. All right. Topic we were talking about last night, me and Rachel. I got a little emotional with it. Did not cry, but it was sparking up some things. First concert. Do you remember what your first concert is? Rachel could not. Well, you could remember NSYNC, but she couldn't remember like her first teenage concert.
Yeah, I went to the Warp Tour. My dad took me and a couple of my buddies to the Warp Tour with Blink-182 was there and Rancid, which I was like.
Were you into Rancid at that
hell
time?
Yeah.
Well, because I went to 2 Warp Tours, and I just remember the first time I went, I was trying to fit in, so like the only black jeans I had, I think I might have cut them off a little bit. Like,
okay.
And like a black shirt just to like try and it was so hot because it was on asphalt, and I was dying. And then I went the next year, and I was like, fuck that. I'm wearing like white clothing. It was so hot. And didn't enjoy it because it was like the Blink-182s and stuff, and I was just getting to the point where I was like, these aren't my people.
Were there people skateboarding and
There was people, yeah.
they have like a ramp set up and stuff? When I went, they had kind of like an X Games thing going on too.
I don't remember that, but we got dropped off by a parent like right up front and went straight in, and like music just started, and I was ready to leave by like the second act.
Yeah. Well, your skin doesn't handle sun that
Well, and it's also they do it in August. When I went, it was like literally a gigantic parking lot with a stage.
Mm-hmm.
It was so hot. But my first concert, and I just told you about it before we started recording, and it was cool because you were 6 years older than me, and I wonder if it was one of those things where you're like, Mom, buy me this ticket, and I'll take Jean, because she wasn't ever worried of like that you would just let me fucking.
Yeah, nothing bad was gonna happen.
Yeah, but it was at the Electric Factory, and Seosin opened up for Coheed and Cambria, and that was just when I found Coheed, and I was like, this is the coolest band. I was telling people about it, and I was mad when they already knew about it because I thought I found,
Yeah, boy, you're not the only person who had an older sibling.
Yeah, but
Coheed was that shit. You're talking like 2000-ish.
and he was in his prime because you've said you've seen him and he got all drunk and was like forgetting lyrics.
Yeah, yeah, he's notorious for that.
But dude, this concert blew. I was telling all my friends how fucking cool I was, and I want to say Buddy might have came. Yeah, it was
Kyle Atkins was there. Remember
that would have been. It was us two and 2 other friends.
Are you sure it wasn't Thrice and Coheed and Cambria? I'm almost 1,000%. It was Thrice and Coheed.
Maybe
Because Seosin I never saw a lot.
Okay, maybe. I might have just, like I was saying last night, we were watching.
It definitely was at the Electric Factory.
Yeah.
You're right there.
And fucking dude, the cops came at the end, and Coheed wouldn't stop playing because I think maybe the first performance went too long, and like they have the sound ordinance, so like cops were in the back at first, and like I feel like talking to management, and they said we're playing 3 more songs, and then like you could see people trying to work their way up, and they I think finished off, but like halfway through the concert, one of the fucking chandeliers they had like halfway fell down.
Was there like mosh pitters pulling on it?
Dude, the walls were vibrating, but no, because it's a higher ceiling. It wasn't people
just
pulling
kinda
it down. It just
shook loose.
People weren't checking on the screws on this thing.
Yeah.
So
Electric Factory's a great venue, dude. I couldn't tell you if they still do shows there or not. But anyone in the tri-state area, if you haven't been there, it was a dope place.
But that's a fond memory I have because that was you taking my first concert, and
that's a sick ass first concert to go to.
Yeah, I remember because
that's like
that was when you were still a little bit big. You were still big, so like we were able to get up, not front, but we were close. I was close enough to be like, I can see what the guitarist is doing with his hands, and I was like, yo, he can sing and do this.
That's what I'm saying. That wasn't really a concert. That was like a show.
That was very good. Claudio Sanchez is a.
Are you positive? Did we have to drive a while to get there?
I think we got dropped off because I remember sitting 3 in the back. I think you sat out front, and then I sat between 2 of your buddies, and I forget who they were. And it might have Kyle Atkins. I think might have been it. I don't know who the third was. I don't think it was Clint.
No.
But regardless, that was a fucking awesome concert. And then afterwards, fucking people smoking, like, we were waiting for a ride or whatever and smoking. I wasn't smoking, but I was like, dude, we're hanging outside a concert venue and people are smoking cigarettes and just cooling off from that performance, sweating, just covered. I'm completely wet with sweat.
See, yeah, that's the thing you don't get at like a concert with seating. Like when you go to a show, your body's on bodies.
And dude, that was I wasn't mosh pitting, but there was definitely jostling.
Yeah.
Because in there they pack it in, so like a mosh pit wouldn't happen. But it was like
it's not the right music for that. Like,
no,
not mosh pitting, slam dance bullshit. Like do that at the hardcore show if you want to. You're into that.
But like on their breakdowns,
people would push each other around a little bit.
And fucking picking each other up. Every once in a while, you see someone a little bit on top of someone. That was a good memory. That was a good first concert.
And you were there. I'm trying to think the other show I took you to besides Pearl Jam. Was it Thursday? Maybe.
As Tall as Lions.
As Tall as Lions. Yeah,
that was when your ex-girlfriend's. Remember, we took an actual taxi, and your ex-girlfriend's brother tried fighting the Jamaican taxi.
This was before Uber, yeah.
And all I can remember is the taxi driver going, "Oh, fuck you! I will fuck you!" And he's egging it on.
That kid was such an asshole.
Yeah, remember we went to the fair, and he had
we went to Six Flags, and he got kicked out. He was like
of the bumper cars. He had to jump out and like run away from security.
Run away from the ride. Fucking weirdo, dude.
Some people just don't know how to behave.
He's probably like rich now and successful, but he was such a client. Like, just making trouble, like some kind of autistic motherfucker. Not there's anything wrong with that.
Hey, you know what?
But he had like this weird like inclination to just be a douche.
But yeah, and they would just like almost snap almost. And I was pretty young, so like I never, still learning the world. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, why is he? I remember him jumping out of his bumper car and fucking jumping over the fence of the bumper car. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
There wasn't even anybody to like impress. It was like me, you, Megan, and her brother. Maybe he had a girlfriend at the time, whatever that was there. But like,
well, I think
there was nothing cool guyish
like
about it.
Bumper cars, you're still supposed to go around the track, but you hit into each other. I'm pretty sure he was going in reverse and like heading on people.
Maybe.
Enough to get kicked out of bumper cars?
It's
either that or you get caught smoking meth in those things.
They probably, I mean, if you're smoking meth, you got to try hard, like you said, to get kicked out of
a bumper car.
Never been kicked off a carnival ride in my life. I don't plan to.
I don't think I've ever been kicked out of... I don't know. I don't think I've ever been kicked out of anywhere or anything. I'm so very non-controversial. I usually just put my back against the wall. I'm like, this is going to happen, or... I'm trying to stop people. I'm like, you're going to get kicked out.
Yeah. You're the kind of guy who's like making sure no one does anything to bring any attention, and if you do,
I just know I'm easy to see. I'm an easy target, kind of. So no one around me
is allowed to do
is
stuff.
allowed to act a fool, man.
I think talking about Six Flags, I'll never forget the first time I couldn't fit onto a roller coaster.
Oh, dude, I just was seeing something the other day, and tell your experience. I never have experienced
that. You never
that.
put yourself in that position.
Well, I haven't been to a theme park in a long time, and probably since high school, maybe in college. But I was confident I'm gonna be able to. I had no problem with that.
I was fat as fuck in high school, and we went to Six Flags during the summer. And at this point, I'm at least 350, at least. But I played sports and stuff, so I wasn't like the whale guy. But
we hold a lot of weight in our thighs.
Yeah, so the bar on one of these wooden coasters wouldn't go down on my legs. Yeah, it wouldn't click. And thank God someone came to help this girl push it down. Two people had to push it down to get it to click.
They forced it in for you.
Yeah. So I never had to get off. But that day, I was mortified. And, of course, I never put myself in that position.
Well, and you've always... I didn't get anxiety till later on. You were always pretty high anxiety. So,
especially about that.
Because with those rides, they don't just pop your seat. They have to pop everybody's seat, the way those roller coasters work.
Yeah.
So then they would have to do a whole other round of, they go around to everything and make sure it's clicked in. So they would have to redo that and watch you get off and walk away.
Yeah. No one's not noticing what's happening.
Well, now they have the seats out front of the line that you can test.
Which is good, yeah.
But even then,
it's funny to think 50 years ago this was unheard of.
Honestly, now, if we won free tickets in a fucking airplane, I would go because there's still they have those the movie theaters that move and stuff.
They have other attractions.
I'd do that. I'd play some of the games, but I wouldn't even sit in one of those chairs.
Yeah, that's why I was so upset. Was that because I was anxious about my fat
and
ass.
You probably had to wait in line.
Of course, but that wasn't
so you had 30 minutes of wait in line going, God damn,
Didn't even dawn on me that I might not fit comfortably on the ride.
Now, was this a school trip or was it just buddies
going?
No,
my buddies. But it's not about who you're with. I mean, if it was a school trip, that would be fucking awful.
Well, I watched that happen to a school trip. Buddy I played football with, he was always a second stringer, and he was just built so weird. We probably weighed the same, but he just his build, and I watched that happen, a seat in front of me, and I think the rest of the day, and that's how I know they have to open up all seats.
Yeah.
And he had to get off, and I remember going, I don't think I seen him the rest of the day.
Dude, that's terrible.
That kid probably went and cried.
I would have if I was on a school trip and that happened to me.
And
they got it clicked in with two people, so I didn't have to get off.
Helen, big old broad comes up.
No, that
I'll
was
get you in here, girl.
Some kid came up on the low and just helped her push it down. There wasn't a huge scene, but there was a scene.
Now,
I didn't have to get off. Thank God.
When you were riding, was that tight on your legs? Did you lose some feeling in your feet?
Yeah, but they were always tight on my legs. So you know what I mean. So I knew that was going to happen on any roller coaster I went to.
I think if I'm in that scene, I'm like, keep moving. I will die on this ride.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Yeah, just go.
I'll hold on to something.
Oh, I think that's why I fell into the trap, because it was a wooden coaster.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even thinking the restraints are going to be crazy or anything like that, because there's no loop-de-loops on a wooden coaster. By the way, wooden coasters are the best coasters.
They are violent.
They can be, especially older ones.
It's a lot of shake, but they
feel more, I don't know, the loop-de-loop shit on
I don't know though. At Six Flags, because I think it was 11th grade or senior year. There's a field trip to Six Flags, and that's when I witnessed my buddy not be able to get clicked in. But they just opened up this Superman ride, I think it is, and you sit down on a thing.
Yeah, you're laying,
and it clicks you, and then you lay forward.
Yeah.
And that was the one time where I was like, I only got 2 clicks. I kind of, I was like, so we're good, right? Because the whole time you're stomach down and doing loops and stuff.
Steel coasters definitely have the advantage of speed, but something about the climb on, because every wooden coaster needs a climb. There's something so exhilarating about that. They can't go like burst speed like a steel coaster, but I guarantee you, if you asked any roller coaster enthusiast, they would say wooden coasters are better.
Well, because I rode the Top Thrill Dragster or whatever, and it was solely built to break the highest speed and highest peak. And I think is that Busch Gardens, Rachel? Is that what that park's called?
No, that's Six Flags.
Is that Six Flags?
I want to go to Kennywood. I haven't been there since. That's like what, an hour from here?
Not
No,
even.
it's like 20 minutes.
Because they have some classic ass coasters there.
Yeah.
I'll do the log flume. You don't have to click in on the log flume.
The log jammer?
Is that what
What'd you call it?
Log flume? They
Yeah,
call it
that's-
it's always
no,
log.
No,
something.
log flume is definitely the right term. I
Yeah.
never heard it called anything else.
Kennywood might call it the log jammer,
Well, the ride is called the log jammer.
but a log flume, I think everyone agree that's
You sit in a log.
a plastic log.
Yeah. By the way, those rides where you splash water all over the place, I get why kids love them. But when you see like 4 adults on it, it's kind of like, guys.
Well, it's one of those things too, because you kind of sometimes can get wet, or and mid-July, and you get a little wet. You're already sweating, and you're like, I am getting.
Now I'm chafed.
There's
I used to
chafing
love
happening.
standing on the platform where the water splashed too.
Oh, of course, when
As
you're a little
child,
kid,
right? Or even as a
As a teenager.
No, yeah, I'm saying like if you go on a double date with your wife and your buddy and his wife, like going on the log, I don't know.
Hey, if you want to get the picture,
It definitely the line is usually tolerable at the log flume.
they're quick. They got like 4 of them going.
Yeah, I can't even. I don't care how cool a roller coaster is. I will never stand in line for over like an hour.
I loved roller coasters, and it hurts knowing that like I got to do a lot of work to be able to get back on a roller coaster.
Not all of them, because a lot of these modern rides accommodate the idea that people are heavier
Maybe.
now. But it's like, well, you gonna risk it? Me, I would never.
Well, the
risk
thing
it.
is they have the seat out front
True.
to test.
Yeah, there's definitely roller
So-
coasters now that you could definitely go on, because there's way fatter people out there. But
Well, I want to go, and I know the water's gross, and you'd get an earache. But like, is there weight limits to like water park rides?
no, unless you can't fit in the tube.
Now, if the only thing I can do is the lazy mile, I ain't going. But like, I used to love that deep ass slide.
I'd never been on one of those because of the ear infections. I
Yeah.
didn't fuck around because that water is.
Oh, it's not water; it's chemical and piss.
Yeah, and at that age, like I couldn't even our own pool would give me ear
The
infections.
wave pool, dude. That's
I've been in a wave pool. I've been on like the like we used to go down the Delaware River in the inner tubes. That shit was fun as fuck.
Man, dude, I was just
You just
thinking
couldn't
about
touch
this.
the bottom because there was glass and metal down there.
There was the lazy. I forget,
Yeah,
but
it's called a lazy river everywhere, basically.
but no, it's like just a river, and like you get a tube.
Oh, a real river
Yeah,
called a lazy river.
I forget what it's called, but there was one. I remember
We
the.
grew up in the same place.
I know it was like probably like 45-minute drive, but like you're just seriously chilling on an inner tube, going down like a slight creek or river or whatever.
That's what I'm talking about.
for like 3-4 hours.
Yeah, that's what I said on the inner tubes.
I was thinking that they had like in water parks they have lazy rivers.
Yeah.
That's
they have
that's the lazy river.
Okay, well this is something. It's not
just
a man. It's not a man built, but
It's not called the lazy river.
okay. Chillin' ass tube
I
ride.
think you're talking about the Delaware River country, where you would drive up towards like Washington Crossing or further and do a day trip on an inner tube on the real river.
Yeah, like you check in, you pay. It's like
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, they do
Or sometimes they'll
tours.
take you on a bus. I thought maybe they took you on a bus up
Yeah,
there.
they do. They have a commercial that's still.
That's
on
what I was
TV.
thinking.
Yeah.
It's a dude with like a bleach blonde beard, and he's got his fake-breasted wife there and his kids. And he goes, "Come on down to this," and they push him into the river. It's like
Yeah.
the cheapest done
He's
commercial.
like Crazy Rick or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. I was just
Yeah.
thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, it's just a Delaware River. They do all kinds of tours.
Because that is a good time.
Definitely. But I don't know why you would go on a tour, because if you do it by I guess most people
Well, this
have
isn't
inner
yeah,
tubes.
not necessarily a tour because there's no
No, it's just
channels.
a group. It's a group.
Yeah.
But if you go with like your friends and shit, you can just get fucking wasted.
That was and you just piss straight. You keep going down.
Yeah.
The water's relatively clear.
I wish we could translate the story of you tipping a canoe on that one trip with Rachel.
Oh my God!
That'd be a whole episode. And I
think
don't
we
know if
talked
could do
about it. Maybe,
justice.
dude, that hurt physically. I was spent. I've gone through summers of hell through football. Didn't equate to. I was not ready for this. They said no, it's super easy. We tie up. I'm like, all right, this is cool. And fucking, they were like, the river's a little low or whatever. I had a drag ass halfway through this on rocks, tipping a couple times, sandwiches wet. That sucked ass. And then had to go back and sleep in a tent.
Yeah, which you're not fond of anyway.
And it was just an open field. And like, there was a house there if you want to use the bathroom. But like, that was rough. We never went back again. And they go every
we were
year.
invited every year.
At least you got invited back. Could have been that bad for
Well,
them.
I remember the night before, I was fucking got tent set
you
up.
got way too fucking shitty.
And
didn't realize you were going on a real fucking canoe trip.
I can get up and go. I'm excited. But even when I first got into it, the second I got in, I tipped it. I go, I've never done this before. I was fine. The second we hit a low point and I look forward, I'm like, that's even lower than this. I go, we got 6 hours of this?
Of dragging the canoe.
To the point where Rachel's dragging me because I'm so tired.
That's the funniest
Look
part.
like such a piece of shit.
Yeah. That's great.
I
I can't think of like a nightmare trip I've had like that for me personally.
Every trip I go on, there's a
you
piece,
always
there's a
get
nightmare.
fucked up.
Yeah, like my memory of that trip was fun. Like I had a good time. It wasn't traumatic.
There was times
in
that
any
were
way.
fun, but
You
a lot of it.
at one point you lost it.
Yeah, I snapped and I go, how much longer, guys?
You can't recover from emotional period. Like when you snap, once you snap, you can't recover during the same activity.
Because I'm holding it together. I go, I don't know anybody. This is Rachel's
over
work
with.
friends. And then when I get to the point, they're like, oh, we're finally hitting a deep point. Let's all tie up. I go, no, I'm cool.
And there were too many people to like, and they didn't know you well enough to like have fun with it or like accommodate you.
Because
they were just going, and you were like,
I was able to laugh off 2 incidents, and then I got to the point where I looked over early in the trip. The dude's girlfriend was dragging him, and I could hear people say, like, look at that guy. She has to drag him through the rocks, get out of the canoe and pull it. And I got to the point where I was so tired. I was like, I don't care about any of these fucking people. Rachel, it's your turn.
Yeah, you lost it. It happens.
Because it would have been a great time. The tipping, that's funny, whatever. Fat guy falls down, whatever. I learned how to do it. It's my first time. If we didn't just bottom out for 4 straight hours, I would have had a good time.
And if you've never been in a canoe, they're not as stable as people probably think they are if they've never been in one.
Well, I'm very I'm top heavy, but I also have a long torso, so it just doesn't really work.
No, it's everybody. They're not that stable.
You got to learn your hip movements.
It's not your fucking body type. Canoes are wobbly. You know.
Hey, can we get some fucking stabilizers on this thing?
Yeah. I'm gonna go on a canoe now. It's been a long
I want to
time.
move. I want to go. I think I can do good in a kayak because you sit a lot lower.
Yeah, you're like in the water.
I think I would do a lot better on that.
Yeah.
Question came up the other day that I was thinking that's pretty funny. Because I don't think I can remember. Did you ever poop or pee your pants in school or at a friend's house when you were younger? Like at a sleepover or something?
No. I think I actually in first grade I might have pooped myself. But clearly it wasn't that traumatic.
Yeah. Rachel, have you ever?
I peed my pants once because my friend peed her pants.
Talk about a follower.
Girls are weird.
She was embarrassed and she didn't want to be.
So you did Billy Madison?
Kind of. I was like, I'll pee my pants too. And then we were like, both had to like go get a change of clothes.
Yeah, that was
and
actually
stuff.
like a really nice thing to do, I guess.
Because I do remember, like, didn't you have like a sleepover early on that like you like the parent had to call mom and dad to come pick you up in the middle of the night because you were like.
When I would go to like our grandparents' house and stuff, like I would get homesick and mom and dad would have to come pick me up. But it wasn't because I like.
Not because you peed your pants, but you
No,
were just.
I would cry and mom and dad would have to come pick me up. That was until I was like.
Because I think it happened at Barry's house. I'm remembering one time it happened
I
at
slept
Barry's.
over his house a lot.
But no, when you were like young, you know.
Maybe not. Maybe in like third grade or something, I was like, I don't want to sleep here anymore. I was a fucking definitely a bitch.
You're a problematic kid.
I just didn't. I was fine until it was bedtime. I mean, shit. Our parents had to come pick me up. What's that? An hour and a half drive?
That's what I was saying at Mum and Pop-Up's house.
Yeah. So
I'm surprised Dad's not on the phone. Like, fucking put whiskey in his mouth, put him to sleep. I ain't driving that right now.
You're right.
And they probably were halfway in the bag. That was a risky drive for them.
What they were doing, yeah. But they came and got me. Whew. Because now that you say it, like, why wouldn't our grandparents just be like, he'll be fine. He's just gonna have to cry himself to sleep. I must have been a hell of a fucking crybaby to actually get my way.
I remember first day kindergarten. For whatever early memories of kindergarten, I went into the bathroom and cried my eyes out for Mom so bad, and the teacher just being like, she's at work, she can't come get you.
Yeah,
and I just fucking cried in the corner because kindergarten's half a day.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a century that I just had to sit there and cry while kids are playing puzzles and stuff.
It was culture shock, huh?
It was so bad. I literally was like, I want my mommy. And
were you the only one in that class?
In that situation, I remember going like, "How come no one else is like this?"
Yeah. I'm surprised because, like, you weren't like an only child.
Well,
But,
and I usually accommodate quick, or whatever the word is. I usually acclimate pretty quick, because then I remember Mom saying, like, there's been times like when I moved into college, I was like, "Nah, you guys are good, Mom, Dad, you can leave. I already have friends," and they were like, "Well, we were gonna go get dinner."
Yeah, we talked about that. It was kind of a dick move.
Hey,
you were trying to fit in, but I was fine. All through I liked going to school in elementary school.
I didn't. Yeah, the first week I always was very excited for the first week of school, especially because back then you didn't get like now. Your parents, a month before you go, you know what class you're in, what all the kids are in your class.
You would just get a card in the mail.
It would be a report to this at this time. Your bus shows up.
Your bus stop, and that. Yeah, you would just go. But
and that was exciting. That first day you showed up to homeroom, going, dude. Yeah,
who's in my class? But going from 5th grade to middle school, bro, if I could have, I would have dropped out of school. I was so scared.
Really?
Mortified. Absolutely terrified. I thought I don't even know what I thought.
You know what? I was lucky.
It was such a change.
I had Jim is a year ahead of us, our neighborhood kid that I grew up with. So you were just by yourself at that point when you were making that shit. It was just our house by ourselves. So I had Jim that already went, and then we had 2 other kids in the neighborhood that were 2 years older than me.
Yeah, and you knew them.
And I knew them. Yeah, we played,
Yeah, I was like, the only intel I had was what our cousin Tiffany told me. And she scared the shit out of me. And fucking...
Were you afraid to do a locker? I remember that was practicing your locker.
Yeah, I think there was some... It was just... The whole thing was too much for me. But I got through it. But my 7th grade year, going into 7th or 8th grade...
I couldn't wait for 7th grade.
I broke my leg during the summer playing
basketball.
And it was right before Christmas break. This is what happened. I broke my ankle like a few days before Christmas break, and I had to get a cast on. And going back to school after Christmas break, here's a fat kid, whatever. I fucking got off the bus when they dropped us off to go to home or whatever, and I fucking slipped on some ice and fell in front of... You know how they used to drop off like 7 buses unload at once?
I made point right there by the lunchroom.
Fatty fall down with this cast. It was the only time I've ever had a cast in my life, then and since. I've never broken a bone.
You can't afford a cast right now, Steven. I'll be taping you up with some fucking pieces of wood and duct tape.
For real. But that was probably the most embarrassing.
I thought you were going to say... I was excited for... I could not wait for the 6th grade going into 7th grade, because then you can finally play scholastic sports. I could not wait for that fucking summer to get over to go play football.
Yeah, I never wanted the summer to be over, ever.
Because we both experienced, like, we were too heavy to play Pee-wee football.
Yeah, but at that, a lot of people go through that.
Yeah, but no, like, I was like, dude, I know I'm going to do good. Because they had, like, the 116-pound. I was like... Bullshit.
The 110 team, that's what we called it.
You guys are going to get hurt playing with the real boys.
Yeah, it was like flag basically flag football.
Uh,
But yeah, never shit my pants. I don't have any good shit in my pants stories or pee in my pants stories.
Well, that's why I bring this up. So, last night, I pooed my pants a little bit.
Yeah?
Every time I pee, I fart. I think a lot of men.
Yeah, what happens is the prostate, there's pressure down there with the prostate and the bladder, and when they shrink, when you relieve yourself, all this room opens up suddenly. I don't fart every time I pee, but it
Maybe
happens.
not every time, but sometimes they're the best feeling farts.
They're usually loud, too.
Well, me and Rachel were up really late, and I go to pee right before I go to bed, and I go to fart. It feels like a normal fart, just a real quick one. And while I'm peeing, I'm like, damn, that fart stinks. And my underwear is still in my butt. Well, I go to move, and I go, oh, and I pulled them down, and just a little
Splattering.
It was about the size of a $50.
Oh yeah, I would say that's officially shitting yourself.
That was it wasn't wet, wasn't solid. It was a mixture.
Like spackle.
Yeah, and perfectly stuck to it, but enough where it was on my butt cheeks because I wear tight underwears, and I
sprayed, splattered and then spread a little
bit because I'm like, dude, that fart stinks. And Friday was National Cheesesteak Day. And I didn't get one. So yesterday, being Saturday, we ordered from a new place. Subpar cheesesteak, but it, got a little of the job done. Yeah, and then I'm very in the bag, and it's very late at night, and I go, Rachel, because the sun's like starting to come up. She wakes up, and I go, I think I pooped my pants, and she was like, what are you? She's half asleep. So I had to throw the underwear out and get a shower at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
You threw your underwear out?
I'm at the point with a lot of these underwears, the ones that I'm wearing, they're on their last leg.
You need to get
There's a little hole.
Anyway.
There's some,
You have a weird memory of this, though, because we went to bed.
That is, okay, yeah.
You got up. You couldn't find me. You went walking around the house yelling because you didn't see me in the bed. And then...
You were hiding from me.
Apparently. And then you went to go to the bathroom.
So you were like blackout drunk.
I remember...
No, you were sleeping for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then you got up.
So actually, now you say, I remember going to bed, but I was...
Why did you wake Rachel up?
I don't know. I was panicked, dude. I've been having some...
He didn't see me. He thought I wasn't in the bed, so he was
and
like,
hello.
And
the sun was up, too. So that was what was throwing me off. Because it could have been 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
But
I was confused. I was dazed and confused.
Yeah, because if you wet fart and need to change and get a shower, like...
I think I yelled for you before I did it.
Yeah, he woke me up before.
Because we have the dogs and we have a lot of blankets. So I woke up, looked over.
So you were dazed and confused.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I went to go take, pee in the middle of the night, early morning at this point, and sharded my pants.
Shit your pants? Yeah, I see. I don't even consider that shit in your pants.
No, and the weird
if there's
thing...
a fart involved, it's really not shit in your pants.
The weird thing is I have done a shart. And immediately, the second I go, oh man, it just was a.
Yeah.
It didn't touch.
That's why my first question was, did you shit on the floor? Because I pictured him peeing with his pants down.
Oh yeah.
And then farting while he's peeing,
Yeah, so
and then like.
Yeah, plopping on the ground.
That was a tough shower to get. Because I tried, I used toilet paper to clean myself up. And then was in the shower just like disappointed in myself.
Well, it happens,
Which is funny. Literally, like 2-3 days before, I was watching a podcast, and they said, what is the acceptable amount for a grown man to shit his pants? And they were like, 1 to 2 times a year, maybe, without having the flu.
That sounds about right, I guess.
Well, and they were saying shark counts as shitting your pants.
Yeah. Like... If you're throwing your underwear out because of shit more than once or twice a year, Like, you need to get it together a little.
I could have totally saved the underwear, but they already had a hole in them.
That's not the point. But yeah.
Yeah, G needs to get it together.
Yeah, that's too often.
But
That means your digestive system is riled up.
I was trying to think when was the last time I sharted or shit my pants, and nothing came to memory.
Yeah, but you don't have a great memory.
Yeah, definitely within the year.
When was the last time I shit my pants, Rachel?
Like less than a month ago, I feel like.
Nuh-uh.
You say it a lot.
I'll jokingly say I fart and I shitted my pants, but I'll have some stains in there every once in a while. I mean,
I definitely have a memory in the last
Well,
3
now we
months.
know. April 2nd or April 1st. April Fool's
April
Day.
Fool.
Yeah, right. It shouldn't be nebulous. You should know. That's, I think, the problem. That's what I'm getting at. It shouldn't be like...
I don't think it happens all the time. Because I frequently, if I feel anything in my stomach, I will go sit on the toilet.
Yeah, you do put in time on that toilet.
I just... that was the thing that was weird about this, is like, I didn't have a bellyache or anything. Now, I was half asleep and dazed and confused, but I was peeing. So I was like, I'm going to try and push a fart, and then a little something came out with it.
No, just keep an eye on it.
Yeah, if I start, happening all the time, will just throw me out, because I ain't dealing with this shit all the time.
I don't even think the trash guys will even take you, dude. They might be like, you need to call the county.
We tip them $20 every year on Christmas. They'll throw me in there probably.
Okay. Well, hopefully we don't have to find out.
Do smoke break?
Sure.
All right, back from smoke break. Thanks for tuning in, guys and gals and guys. I got a pretty important topic to bring up that is pretty important in our lives, because for a long time, Mom was always the entertainer, Christmas parties and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've had pretzel talk pretty in depth.
Yeah.
Let's talk about crackers and cheese and pepperoni, the accoutrements of parties.
Yeah, that's a classic snack. And I wonder if younger people are still bringing that to the table.
Well, let's start here. What is your favorite cracker? It's a tough one, right?
Are we counting Triscuits as a cracker?
Yes.
Some of the flavored Triscuits are really fucking good. But for pepperoni and cheese, probably
Clubhouse?
just your the club cracker, yeah.
So that's what I was
Green
thinking.
box, right?
So, because we also always had, a lot of times Mom would do the cheese ball. It's got like nuts on the outside. It's like a brie cheese. You need a stiff cracker. A Clubhouse will break. Ritz is...
Nah, Ritz suck. I hate the circular basic Ritz.
They're so buttery.
They're so salty. And I love butter.
Because with the Triscuits, because I was thinking, I was like...
Not with pepperoni. Triscuit and pepperoni is too much flavor.
The non-flavored, you can do a Triscuit, pepperoni, mustard, and cheese.
Yeah. But if I'm buying Triscuits, it's not the basic one. So I'm not going to count it as a cracker for this combination.
Oh, well, well, just by crackers. So if it's just crackers alone, the flavored...
Yeah, I eat them out of the box just as a snack.
Those flavored ones are fucking good. There's not a bad one in the house.
I mean, some red nose, but yeah. They have like one that's like a red bean rice cracker or some shit. That one's not very good. But overall, yeah, they're delicious.
And you kind of feel like, I feel like when I mean a Triscuit, I'm like, it's kind of like a, what's the cereal?
Raisin Bran?
No, the ones that are fucking bricks. Frosted mini
wheats?
I'm like, that's like a wheat thing. This feels a little bit healthier.
That's my go-to cereal.
The mini frosted.
Yeah, not the log.
The fucking log.
Can you even buy that anymore?
I've never, no. I always hate, I'm not the biggest cereal guy. I'd hate when I'd fucking go to get cereal in the house.
The big ones are like this.
2 of them fill up the bowl and they never soak up.
Yeah, it's so impractical.
They either are completely dry or just become a fucking sponge.
Well, yeah, as soon as you put milk on them, a minute later, it's just like a mush. But that's kind of good.
And there's been times where I feel like Mom's shop and she'd do it quick and wouldn't get the frosted ones and just a non-frosted.
Yeah, you can't even buy that anymore, I don't think.
I think they became illegal in
Just mini
02.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're gonna eat that, you might as well just eat. I don't even know.
So, all right. So, if you were, which you don't, if you were to entertain at your place, you're gonna do say you do a Super Bowl party. You're definitely gonna have a cracker, cheese, and pepperoni plate.
Definitely. Even
Gots to have
even
it.
if selfishly from me.
Right? That's one of those things. And I've talked to people that they're like, I don't even.
Yeah, that's why I was saying. I feel like younger people, like of our age bracket or younger, like that's like old-fashioned cornball food.
Because even
No,
when it's
crackers and charcuterie, that's like the big thing now.
yeah, but
Not at a Super Bowl party. I can imagine a lot of people not thinking.
see, because charcuterie is going to have other things as well.
No, a cheap person or a college person or myself, a charcuterie board is cheese and crackers. Maybe a couple like grapes to look fancy.
Hey, we can call it, what it is to make it look fancier. I'll call it a charcuterie board, but it's crackers, cheese, and pepperonis. And if you really want to get fancy, the hard salamis.
Or, dude, the summer sausage they used to have in those fucking Christmas boxes.
Yeah.
That shit was banging. It's weird, but it's good. It's like a sweet meat.
So,
But listen,
what's the cracker you're going to put it, say I'm going to do it up. I'm trying to impress somebody. What's going to be on that fancy plate?
those toasted crackers.
That's what I was gonna say. There's the assortment.
Yeah, they're really good. They're like different. There's like a grain. They're like different grain crackers, and they have a little like a really minor flavor to them. Some of them, but they're way classier than your basic box cracker.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you going to get the already sliced pepperonis? Because
No.
Mom always got the
log.
log,
I
but
don't-
it
I
doesn't cut well.
No, I don't do the pre-sliced. I don't. And I fucking loathe. I'll eat it if someone, but I would never do pre-sliced cheese.
See, I will do that in convenience.
Nah, you know how I eat my cheese and crackers? With a plate with crackers and a stick of cheese and a knife, and I fucking custom cut every piece of cheese.
Now, have you
I'm
been
a
doing?
cheese whore, bro.
Have you been doing I know sometimes you can't be patient, but are you letting that cheese sit for a little bit?
No.
So I taught you that trick, and it's
and
1,000
does
times
work.
better.
It does work, but when I get a hankering for some sharp cheddar cheese, white cheddar, I can't wait for it to
Cracker
warm up.
Barrel only, right?
I'll eat other cheeses, but if I'm buying it, yeah, I'm going Cracker Barrel. The age reserve. But dude, any cheese that's in a stick or a block, I'm eating it.
Now, you don't like them, but are you going to have a little bowl of olives in there?
Fuck no. Now, if somebody is throwing the shindig with me, and they want to put olives out, that's fine. But it's not.
Let's say, hey, Manscaped wants to meet with us. But they want to meet us at our own place, and we want to meet at Steven's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to spice it up, put olives on there, try to make it look better?
No, but not because not because it would cross my mind that fuck olives. It would just. You would have to suggest it for me even consider ever.
You've never bought an olive in your life.
Never and won't.
See, I used to fucking mom be like, get out of the fridge. I'm like putting black olives on my
Slamming
finger.
olives. Now, if I wanted to fancy it up, I would get a hard salami.
That is.
A hard salami, and I would get gherkin pickles, the little guys.
Yep. I slam thems.
They're good. But other than that, you don't need to go all crazy with the charcuterie board.
And so brie cheese, any of those, sometimes
that mad cow shit.
Mad cow, but the cheese balls with the nut on them. Sometimes they have the yellowish cheese.
I know
It's
exactly
like a
what you're
log.
talking about. I would never buy that, but if someone insisted that will look nice, I would be like, okay, we could do that.
I remember Mom always get that, and she had she had a special butter knife that had a turkey on the end of it that was always meant just for the brie cheese.
Just for the brie cheese.
Now, how do you feel? Because I never liked it. And anything with cream cheese, I'm about. But there's that thing where you just put a brick of cream cheese and then you pour it looks like
Salsa on it or
jam on it.
something?
Yeah, I don't know what it's It's like a sweet and tangy.
Nah, that's like one of those. It's like the black rhino. It's like dying its last breath. No one's doing that anymore.
And I feel like that might be a regional thing. I feel like someone in Mexico or someone in California is like, "What are you talking about?"
Well,
Yeah.
is it actually a block of cream cheese, or does it just look like that?
No, it's a block of cream cheese, and I don't know what it is they put on there. It looks like sweet and sour sauce almost that they just put on top of it, and you're supposed to scoop it and put it on a cracker and eat it.
Yeah. But, I mean, in our household, because, like, our mom had me eating bagels with cream cheese and jelly on it when I was young. And I grew out of that quick, and I was like, no wonder I'm fat. Like, Jesus Christ.
That is a nice mix-up every once in a while. What I'll do...
I haven't had that since I was 11.
I don't have jelly around a lot, but every once in a while, I'll make a bagel, and I'll put cream cheese on both sides, and then just on half of the bagel, I'll just put a little on there. So then I can kind of have savory, and then the last few bites have a little sweet on there.
Yeah, no, I'm going all savory with the bagel. Just pure Philadelphia cream cheese, nothing else. People who put lox on their bagels, like, some people love fish. They just fucking
We
love
just
fish.
never had it. I think it's an
I've tried
acquired.
it. One bite, and I was like, why would you do this?
Yeah. And it's expensive.
And people who they fucking love that shit.
Yeah, that's smoked salmon. They have to have it.
Speaking of locks, I was watching this movie, long story short. It was about this lady who's a troll, but she doesn't know she's a troll. But then she meets another guy who's got the same troll blood in him. Anywho, they were eating straight locks off a plate, and that's what they liked. That's what troll people like. It's called...
You have to tell me that. I'll watch that. I love trolls. Anything with a troll in it.
It's a Swedish film called Border. But
something about the Swedes, dude. That one movie we've talked about before.
Yeah, well, it's all part of their, like, culture, their culture and
folklore,
their heritage.
kind of.
Yeah, they're big on the trolls. But the troll power is that they can smell human emotion. So she works at she's security for a... what's the thing, like the ferry boat, which are really big and like...
Yeah, because there's a bunch of islands and stuff.
So it's a big part of their transportation system. So she works the security.
So she just makes sure no one freaks out? She's
She could smell when people are nervous and shit.
Oh.
Have drugs on them. But she's hideous. She looks like a person, but one with like some kind of deformation. And her dad doesn't tell her she's half troll. She doesn't know her whole life. She just thinks she's a really ugly human.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I love troll. There's something else on FX. It was a short, and it's a comedy, and it's all it is a troll, and he looks like a troll. He knows he's a troll, but he's like a internet troll, and he visits his therapist, and they're like 10-minute videos.
Okay.
FX does a lot of those. They do a lot of horror ones too. I'll have to show it to you, but it's just called Troll on FX. It's pretty funny.
But anyway, they eat lox by the plateful, just the lox.
Because I'm trying to. Like, I can do a shrimp. I love shrimp cocktail, but I think I just like cocktail sauce.
Cocktail sauce is banging. I can't think of anything else to eat it with aside from shrimp.
And obviously, like, a beer battered shrimp. It's all breading. It's just a fried food.
See, I can't do if it's not baby shrimp. I don't want
You used to like
clam strips, fried clam strip.
Yeah, which once again, it's just a fried.
If you gave
breading.
me a clam like fresh out of the shell, no. Speaking of weird seafoody things, I was watching this Korean horror film which sucked, but like they eat like you know how you would maybe get a can of tuna fish and like eat it with crackers or something. They have like the weirdest fucking like canned like snails and shit. And like that is like they'll stop at their version of 7-Eleven and get that as a snack in this disgusting looking liquid, but like it's so gross, bro.
I know someone from college that when you get a can of tuna, like I have to like mayo, mustard, seasonings to make a tuna salad sandwich. Just a tiny bit.
Okay.
And same with egg salad and chicken salad. A little mustard in there. Just give it a little color and just a little tang in there. Not much. They would open the can of tuna and drink.
That's fucking horrifying.
And when I found out, and they were like, it's just salt water. And I was like, dude, it's so gross.
It's not just salt water. That fucking fluid probably has so much
it's like
disgusting.
Preservative water.
And like heavy metals and shit from the cannery.
They didn't want it to go to waste. That person also eats sardines and fuck, what else? Oh, clamato juice.
Canadians. They love that shit. They swear like.
I just seen it. I remember like a couple trips at the grocery store ago. I go, holy shit, Clamato juice. That's like never seen it before.
It's probably been there forever.
Yeah, they've had it. They had to buy. Our friends bought it.
I just always said, okay, I get tomato juice. What the fuck is clam juice?
Who even thought to do that?
And no one can give me an answer of what clam juice is. Like, well, it's the juice from a clam.
It's the same thing as.
So what is that? Seawater?
Yeah, it's the same thing as that tuna fish water.
Ugh.
Which
Because I do like a Bloody Mary, just one every once in a while. But the Caesar, ugh.
They love it. They try to shove that shit down everybody's throat.
Luckily, I'm allergic, so I have a good excuse.
I have a good excuse too. No, I don't like it.
This is sparking off my memory. We're talking about bowling. Back when you were drinking, did you ever do a whiskey pickleback?
Mm-mm.
You know what that is?
No.
It's
I can guess.
yeah. It's you take a shot of whiskey and then a little shot of pickle juice.
It's like a hangover preventer.
No, it's because the pickle juice immediately takes over the taste of whiskey.
Yeah, just clean.
Oops. Sorry, fellas.
Speaking of Coheed,
But I've been to a bar where they take a big Jewish pickle and cut it and take out the insides and make it a shot glass. So they put the whiskey in the pickle shot glass and you eat the pickle. Cool. It actually does. It sounds so fucking gross, but it actually does work very well to get rid of the burn of the whiskey.
It's just when you talk about stuff like it just makes me think like how much time it took me to stop drinking and like how I never had fun at a bar. I don't think ever. It was impossible. It was impossible to quit drinking. It's just fucking. It's just wild.
I think I moved away when I was 18 to go to college, so I had completely new friends and didn't know the area, broke, so like I couldn't even go to bars when I turned 21. Yeah. Like you were in the area, you kind of had a job, and like you had friends that you were going to like their dad's bars.
Just any bar. I've been to clubs, but you know,
fuck a club. But yeah, I've never been I'm a big drinker, but I'm not a bar guy really.
Yeah, I was never a social drinker. It was never fun for me in that regard. Not since it was like keggers in high school. Anywho, keggers are a good thing.
They were fun.
Yeah. Everybody should go to a kegger at least once in their life in high school.
Another topic I have here, just to keep things moving along. Towel. What's your towel situation? Now, it's probably going to be similar because we grew up in the same household. But now that you're on your own, one, how many towels do you have? Two, how often are you cycling through them?
I have a lot of towels, actually. The whole bottom of my sink on one side is towels. So I probably have like 12 towels, which for a single guy, that's plenty of towels.
Well, and also in our house, we had fancy towels for decoration, but we always had mismatching towels. We had bleach stained towels with a fucking hole in them.
Towels.
But so how
I use them, I always have two dirty towels in circulation, one hanging on the hook on my door and one on the towel bar next to the shower. And
now, what are you using those for? Is one a hand dryer?
No, they're both. I have a separate towel hanging for. In my bathroom, I have that decorative towel. I don't use that. That's just decorative.
That's for show.
I use the towel that to rinse my hands.
So what do you got? Like two hooks and then a fancy hook?
I got what for the show towel?
In your bathroom, how many hooks total?
I have one on the back of the door, and I have a bar outside of the shower.
Okay.
And then I have like the decorative one by the toilet. But I always have two going at once, and I use each one 3 times, and I wash them both.
Okay.
Unless, like sometimes I just get in the mood to put bleach on the ground and clean my floor.
Dude loves bleach, keeping them in business.
Listen, girls, I keep a clean bathroom.
It does.
And a clean
now,
kitchen.
watch your clothes. Don't put your pants on the ground because they will ruin.
Yeah, I have special sweatpants I use to clean my bathroom.
It's my bathroom pants.
It's practical.
Hey,
I'm a practical
guy. It gets
guy.
the job done, and it does. We grew up. We like to smell bleach.
I miss it when it
Some
fades.
people hate it. I love it. Every once in a while, because we have like 3 different sheets, and the white ones, I go, Rachel, please bleach these, or at least my pillow covers because I love the smell of bleach.
That nostalgic smell.
For us, it is.
Definitely. And sometimes I'll take a really bad Duke, and my toilet will get clogged, and I'll plunge it, get it all flushed out, and I'm just like, I'll feel better if I leave bleach in the toilet for a couple.
How often does that happen? Is the plumbing weak there?
The plumbing's fine. I have big, healthy, but very solid.
We've talked about
bowel movements.
The kratom makes a solid
It
turd.
makes a perfect turd, bro.
I'm jealous.
But
I'm about to start doing kratom just for that.
I'm not. I suggested that. Just take a couple spoonfuls a day, just to fucking have nice, solid bowel movements. It really is an upgrade.
But you'll go a couple days without a bowel movement, right?
Once I get on a schedule. Now, here's the thing. I only eat one meal a day.
I'm kind of I snack and then eat a big dinner.
Most of the time, I'll have a bowel movement every day. But yeah, sometimes I'll skip a day. And then that next one is the one.
You're looking forward to it.
Where
does it hurt?
No, but it's big and it probably clogs, and then the bleach comes out.
Okay.
It's like
now,
a ritual.
Now, we're gonna get back to towel talk because I'm interested in that. But what is your protocol of when it's clogged? How do you? Because I always have a hard time because I can't deal with poop.
Yeah, you get grossed out.
And now, luckily, I got my toilet's called the Grand Champion 3, and the selling point is it can flush 7 golf balls. And I was like, I want that one. I've only once
7 golf balls. Damn,
since we've
badass.
had it. It's only clogged once, and that was something was going on. I used a lot of toilet paper. But I always have a hard time because you plunge, flush. Like I do like 4 flushes to get that plunger as clean as possible.
This is what I do. Now I can do this because I live alone. But if I have to use my plunger, once I get the clog removed and the bowl clean, I leave the plunger in the toilet for a couple hours.
That's a good move.
To just rinse whatever residuals on there, and then I put the bleach in there because I don't like putting the plunger back on the floor.
Well, I put it in the trash can, so I do a couple.
Okay, yeah.
I do a couple cleans on there, and I swish it around. So if there's no particles and the water's looking clean, do a couple dabbles, get the water off, and put it right in the trash can to let it dry off.
That's it. That's how we did it at home growing
up. But
the
bleach move. I think Rachel, I might want to get a little bit of bleach under the sink.
You just put
just
a
little dabble.
It makes me feel better about putting the plunger back on the tile. Because if I take the time to clean the tile every once in a while, I don't want to poop it up.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's funny because like growing up, like I can mentally picture our plunger next to it, and like there was definitely poop a little bit on it.
Yeah.
It was.
It was great because
with 4 people pooping,
not many people. And we all loved the downstairs bathroom. That was the best toilet ever.
Yeah.
If that's the optimal place
But
to
even
poop.
going back to our old house, I remember.
But
even
Mom
upstairs.
hand cleaned the toilet.
Yeah, with the chemicals these days, you really don't have to do that.
Yeah, but I loved it. Sitting on a nice clean toilet is pristine. That's
Are
great.
you talking about the outside or the inside? Because I hand
inside.
I don't put my hand inside
because
the
what
bowl.
she would do is kind of like a flush or two, and then with the water in there, pour whatever cleaner she
Ammonia and
used.
shit in there?
Yeah, and then use that to clean the whole inside because she would get up and under.
Well, that's what the brush is for.
That's another thing. The brush is a whole situation.
I
splatter a bit because I fart a
well,
lot.
that's what the brush is for.
Yeah, and that's a whole.
Yeah, so you should use the brush.
Okay, Rachel, we're having a conversation. This isn't an embarrassed Gene hour.
I thought that's what
we're
this
having a discussion.
I thought that was the podcast. The point of the podcast.
You're right.
We should change the name.
I've been trying to get better with it.
What I do is
I have a toilet named the Grand Champion 3. I shouldn't have. That thing should flush everything off.
Nah.
But I got spackle poop sometimes. That shit comes out so sticky that like
you need the brush to even get it to move. I have like my brush. I don't know. I can't picture what your brush is like. But
we have it's 2 feet long. The cone thing. It's got a nice little adapter because when you put it in, it like closes around it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, I have.
But before I put that in there, I swish it around. The few times I've used it, I swish it around real good because there's been times I went to use it, and then a particle falls off, and I go, "Oh man, that's been a poo particle in there for quite a while."
See, that's I get excited by that. I'm like, yeah, I'm cleaning it. Sometimes you got to see the filth to know it's getting clean. But I use my brush and I get as best under the rim as I can. But I'm not putting my hand in there. Now the outside,
because there is actually quite a divot in there.
Shouldn't be. I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. But you know, poops.
Now the outside of the bowl and like on the floor area, like I hand clean that. But
oh yeah, I won't have a problem with that. The Clorox wipes will get there.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't put my hand in the bowl, unless I drop something in there and have to.
I think I would be like, Rachel, come get this. Throw my cell phone out if I drop it.
Here's the crazy thing is, I've learned I don't flush the toilet. I always flush right after I duke, before I wipe.
But then you don't get to see it. Do you look at it? Do you look at your turd before you flush it?
Occasionally.
You should.
But I have the same dukes all the time. I don't know how this word duke came into my fucking vocabulary.
He called the shit poop.
That shit smells like dookie, yo. But because if I can clog up the toilet with just
a turd,
I don't even risk adding toilet paper to that. So I always do a double flush.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you had turds big enough where it doesn't completely go in the water? Like it's submarining a little bit?
Yeah. Well, I've told you I've had it where it fucking hits the back of my nuts.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we come on? I don't know. We're built. We're
actually
brothers.
Weekly that happens. And
that would freak me out.
Yeah, Gene would be vomiting for the next 2 weeks.
To me, it's like
I would be like, Rachel, get me the throw up bucket. It's time to poop, and then
you have to get used to stuff like that. And for me, it's like, that was a good one.
So it's coming out, and the weight of it flaps against your nutsack.
It doesn't stay there, but it touches it.
How low are your nuts? Now, does this happen?
Actually,
does it differ from toilet to toilet? Because I've been in toilets before where they're real low, and I'm afraid, like, when I go to wipe, my fingers might touch the water.
It has nothing to do with the toilet. It's just the fecal matter. It's long.
Damn.
And yeah, the first...
That feels good, doesn't it?
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dude.
The first time it happened, probably I was like, what the fuck? But now it's like when you throw a skee ball and get it in the middle. It's like, yeah, nailed it. I'm nailing this shit.
Now, when it comes out, do you put? You've said you had this. You've learned you can just open your butthole and just let it come.
You can't tighten your sphincter. You have to be disciplined, and like learn how to breathe without tightening your sphincter to get it in one piece.
Now, does that make you think? I can see why butt sex kind of feels good.
No, because the relief isn't in the butthole. The relief is up in here.
See, because I've had, like, when I get a solid
I've never
poop.
had a big poop and I was like, oh, shit.
But I've had a big poop where I go, like, that felt... You're right. Maybe it's just the whole system, but I go, damn, I feel healthier, and that felt kind of good.
Yeah, not in a sexual
Isn't a man's prostate, like,
you
close to their butthole?
Apparently, yeah.
So maybe your turd just, like...
No, it's never given me arousal. But it's relieving. It's like,
And that's going to be a clean wipe.
Definitely.
Well, we know for you.
Sometimes I don't even have to worry about it.
That's insane to me.
It's called confidence. We're insanity.
All right, well, real quick, we got I'm going to get to two things real quick. Let's finish towel talk.
Yeah.
All right, so you have a decorative towel, and then you have two towels kind of in rotation, more or less.
Yeah.
And those two towels that are in rotation, that's also your dry your hands off after you wipe your hands.
Because I use my kitchen sink to wash my hands and stuff.
So after you poop, you go to the kitchen to wash your hands?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I just use those towels by the bathroom. Like that, or in rotation, just to dry my hands off real quick. That's
now,
funny.
you're a shower pretty much every day?
Usually.
Every day, every other day, so...
I never go more than like 2
So those two towels can last you a week then, because you're saying you use them 3 times?
That's actually, about a week. About a week between those two towels.
So you have towels that are sitting that are not even been touched.
Yeah.
Now, let me get your thoughts on this. Like, when we first got married, on our registry, we got some nice towels. At first, I didn't like them because they were too soft, and I almost felt like they had like a...
The fibers had to get worn out.
They had to get
bit.
roughed up because I was like, they're not soaking up.
I know, yeah.
It almost had like it's like when you use too much fabric softener. It's like I feel like I'm putting oil on myself. I'm just pushing
They're
the water
just too
around.
Plush. I know what you mean.
You know, I kind of like a scratchy towel. I feel like I'm...
We're goddamn used to it growing up. You know,
we had some rough towels in that house.
Yeah, seriously. But,
Don't touch the decorative ones, but go ahead and grab the bleach one that doesn't... half of it's missing.
Yeah, for real. But I could see that. Like a nice plush towel would take some time to really become...
And I get it. Like, if I had company, I would be like, put the plush towels out. But, like, when I want one, I'm like, where's the scruffiest... gnarliest one, because my favorite thing after I get a shower.
You guys have matching towels. That's good. I wish I had matching towels.
We do have like 2 sets and then like a couple randos.
I always use the brown ones. I'm always looking for the brown ones. Which is a great color. Every towel should be brown.
Yeah, well, because it's funny because even the white ones we have, I'm looking at them now. They're monogrammed. There's a big L on them for Labordi. So we can't even bleach them or else we'll ruin them.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's the only thing. That's why a lot of like gyms and hotels, they use white everything so they can bleach it.
That must have been the nice thing about living in like the Soviet Union. It was like everybody had the same color towels, you know, same color socks. Like, you don't have to think much, you know? And thinking gets old, bro.
I've heard that for kids growing up when they were in Catholic school, being like, I didn't like...
The uniform was fine.
The uniform, you have to do it.
Decision fatigue.
Yeah.
They say, like, the richest people in the world have uniforms, so they don't have to make a decision.
That's why I wear the same gym shorts and 5 shirts all the time.
That's why you should start wearing that cape every day.
My Indonesian cape?
Yeah.
Thing's pretty sweet, actually.
You don't have to think about what you want to wear.
It smells good, too. Smells interesting.
Gene, you didn't cover your own towel habits.
Okay, so our towel habits here, I'm not going to speak on Rachel, but usually there's a towel always hanging. We have the hand towel. It's not decorative, but it's rated above the bathroom sink to dry your hands off. And we actually have 4 hooks. 2 of the hooks behind the door
You have 4 hooks in your bathroom?
Yeah.
It's not that big of a bathroom. Where the hell are they?
2 of them are behind the door.
We have 6, counting the hand towel.
Where?
Yeah, got a lot of hooks. And Rachel replaced them. They're dangerous hooks. Those could fuck you up, dude.
They're sturdy hooks, though.
Sturdy and they're
I'm
metal.
wild. I bang into shit. Dude, I should not have ceiling fans. I hit the shit out of my ceiling fans constantly. Constantly, dude. I had to move all the chains. I got rid of and put them up on top of the blades. Like, if I had a kid, we would have to get rid of the ceiling fans and never turn them on because I've almost put a little kid into a ceiling fan.
I feel like the ceiling fan's getting antiquated. Like,
it is antiquated
because
totally.
I like if I'm in an Airbnb, I'll pop it on, but it doesn't it moves the air, but it doesn't put air on you.
It's antiquated in the aspect that if you are hot, it's not doing nothing. But it is nice. Like, it's a nice little breeze. But like in terms
moves the air.
Yeah, I would just say I need higher ceilings because when I take my shirt off and shit, my hands are up in the air. I'm fucking.
Rachel, you just got the clip of what it's gonna. I don't know if you noticed on the thumbnails Rachel's been putting. She's been trying to find the most awkward positions of you.
I probably do a lot of them. There you go.
But no, like if you have central air, you don't need a ceiling fan.
Right.
And then also for me, I only buy box fans because I want the sound.
The sound. And you don't want a loud ceiling fan.
Yeah, because if it's loud, it goes.
Or it's rackety, yeah.
When the whole time I'm sleeping, I've been places where I'm like, this fucking thing's coming down. And the trick is, like, literally, I've installed one before. They'll come with little weights, and it's like, if it's uneven, tape a nickel on top of one of the blades.
Yeah, it's like, for that to be in the instructions, that must be a pretty common thing. But anyway, your towels.
Towel talk. So we always usually have one. And Rachel, you would know, how many towels? We have a lot more that we keep in stock for when fancy people come over. How many towels do you think we have in rotation? We always use the brown ones pretty much.
Yeah, I put all the other ones away because we had like too many and I wanted them all to match. So I just kept one set out. We probably have 8 total.
So she keeps them in, and we have a basket to put them in when they're done right outside the bathroom. We always have one hanging, and so when I get out of the shower, since I have long hair, I'll grab that one because I know it's pretty clean. It's probably when Rachel just got done showering, and I'll dry my hair off with that one as much as I can, and then get out, and I'll use that to pat down, and then grab a fresh one to go in the bedroom to really get dry.
So you're a 2-towel per.
Yeah, with the hair.
What do you then do with that towel, though? That
I knew
first
you were gonna
towel.
I knew she was going to bring this. The first one?
Yeah, the first towel that was
sometimes
hanging.
I'll just hang it back up.
Okay, well, that's my towel.
But sometimes when I'm feeling good, I'll put it in the basket where it should go.
Why do you need to be feeling good to put a towel in a basket?
Well, what I'm saying is,
Now
if you're hanging it back up,
Now
that's my towel.
That's towel contamination.
So you're using my
And I will
towel
agree
to
with
dry
this.
your hair.
These are our towels, people.
No, but I'm saying even amongst family members, if I even think somebody else used a towel, I'm pissed off. Like, don't use my fucking towel, or like, don't tell me to reuse one of the towels.
Well,
like,
let's
if
put
it
it.
ain't my towel.
You're right. I'm not in the right here. I'm in the wrong. But I will say, growing up, we had no matching towels, so
it was easy.
It was like,
That's
all right, the
true.
blue one and then the bleach purple one or whatever. Like that one was already used. It's
We
hanging
had
on
some
the door.
matching towels, people. We weren't total animals, but
We
yeah,
had
you're
fancy
right.
towels, but
You're right.
you know, because we always. I feel like growing up, we always had one hang on the door, and to me, I was like, that's the mop up the wet floor towel. Someone already
Which
used,
was somebody's towel, probably.
but no, that then you put that on the ground or you put it where the dirty towels would go. You wouldn't hang that one back. If I use it on the floor, I'm not hanging that back up.
Okay.
But the reason I hang in the shower and dry my hair off as much as I can is because I'm trying to keep the water on the floor.
No, I get
down.
that. But yeah, you should do what I do instead of using just any towel. Have 2 towels going.
No, but a lot of times I will take that
But
towel
do you
into the one Rachel used that I use for my hair. I will take that and bring it into the bedroom and put it on the floor, or I will hang that up on the door because I have a second purpose for a used towel on days that I don't shower.
What could that for doing what with it?
Sharing a lot here. This is for the fans. Sometimes when I don't shower, I wake up and my nuts are really sweaty. So I use that old towel to kind of dry my nuts and wiener off.
Okay. Are
It's
they
better
that
that
wet? Are you can't,
I sleep naked a lot.
You can't wipe stink off.
I know it's not like maybe it's autism or something or whatever. I don't like the feeling of wetness around there. I want it to be dry before I put brand new underwear
Okay.
on.
I get that. And
then that is not getting used again.
But I'm glad you're saying these things because I use your bathroom and so like
No. There's never.
I just want to know that this goes on.
There's never going to be a grimy ass towel in that bathroom.
Listen, dude. If I know what nuts smell like, even if they're not terrible,
Oh yeah, no, that's
I would
never.
know if it was a nutty towel. I think.
And I will, to give myself credit, when I'm in the shower, I'm doing work, dude. I'm taking skin off. I sometimes wash too hard.
I think, and this is just my personal opinion, I think you should not do that, but shower more often.
Okay, I shower plenty, people. Sometimes I skip a day if I'm feeling lazy, but it's not like I'm fucking.
My burning question right now is: do you ever touch the washcloth that's hanging in the bathroom?
Never. I don't
Okay,
fuck with
good.
because we have those on our
They're
bars
rough
of
on you.
on our bars of soap. Rachel has these mesh
Yeah,
bags, and you can really fucking. I mean, there's times where I've used them, and I get out of the shower, I'm like, I took off a little
Went
too
a
much
little
skin.
too hard. Yeah. I use a rag on my face every time I shower.
To steam, kind of.
No, because I don't use soap on my face at all. So I just use a hot ass towel to wash my face. Because when I use soap on my face, I break out. But
Well, ever since she's been getting these kind of like fancy soaps or whatever, what do they call it? Dry press soaps?
well, it sounds fancy as shit.
They're just handmade.
Yeah, they're fancy. They
They're
have
like I know what you're talking about.
yeah, but like they have some great smells
And
to them.
some of them that are not so great, I'm sure.
Haven't had any bad.
I
Rachel
try
knows.
to pick good
Rachel
ones.
knows the smells I like.
Because some of them do stink.
But-
But like they smell weird. Like you would never want to smell it.
Yeah,
Unless-
like there's some patchouli
I was
ones.
just gonna say
Things
that.
like that. Yeah, she knows. I don't like lavender.
I don't want
or
to smell
any
like
of that.
sage and fucking smoke.
I like the fruity smells, but these bricks of soap, they have perfect corners on them, so I can use that corner to get right on my nose here, the T line, and really get into some crevices and really.
So
'cause
you go.
I usually soap down twice in the shower. I kind of do a soft wash,
I get it.
then I get my hair, and then I do a real hard scrub. And I've had to learn to like
Yeah, you don't
especially my taint. Sometimes I'll get in because there's an itch, and I go at it.
Yeah, yeah. You can definitely do some damage in the shower. But I have the same exact routine in the shower. It's so bizarre to think like I haven't changed my shower routine maybe ever.
Here's the thing. If your hair, well, you don't have it in the back. If you grew your hair out another 6 inches, your routine has to completely change.
Yeah, the hair does
Because the
definitely
hard,
change
half my time I'm in the shower, I mean, I usually take like a 45-minute shower.
it. Yeah, that's crazy.
But that's because I'm,
No, I get it.
but half of it is fucking pulling hairs off my wrist and off the soap to not fucking have, there's nothing worse than getting out of the shower and you're like, what's this? And you pulling a hair out of your butt crack.
Pulling
That's the weirdest feeling in the world.
pulling a tail out of your ass. Yeah, it's a different ball game.
But Rachel, I mean, you have long hair. You're a one towel girl?
I have like a small
Hair
head wrap
towel.
thing.
Oh, that's right. She has like a
So I
special
get out-
head wrap.
I dry my hair with my towel, and then I put it in my like
Yeah.
head wrap thing, and then I dry off with the towel, like with
Now,
the.
let me ask you, when you dry your face, do you pat or do you like?
I do like a pat, like I'll like
Yeah,
just put
yeah.
it on my face.
I've seen people like, in like movies and in communal bathrooms. We can talk about in another episode, but like, you dry your hair and then they like fucking use the towel like all crazy
The
on their
skin
face.
on your face is really sensitive. You're
I
not
just-
supposed to like pull at it and.
Yeah.
I probably wash it too hard and dry it too hard.
Yeah.
You saying that, I think I do go. Because here's the thing.
You
When
just
I
wanna
shower,
pat.
I'm like in gym mentality. I'm like, I want to get in, get it hard and worked. And when I'm done, there's a trail of wet feet, and I'm
I want to be
done.
so clean. Yeah, I got you. Well, I would suggest
every once in a while, though,
patting your face instead of like.
Yeah, your skin's always irritated too.
I got to get in the
Yeah.
routine. Rachel has a fancy face cream that if I use it 2 days in a row, I can tell immediately. But
Okay.
like, because also by the time I get in the shower, I'm like, I'm tired of this wet situation. I want to get out of here. I also got a podcast I'm listening to, so I want to move the speaker into the bedroom and listen to it while I. Sometimes I'll take that fresh towel and put it on the corner of the bed and sit there and kind of air dry a little bit.
Yeah, my friend Joe used to do that. I was to me that's like what. I get what air drying means, but like that's never even.
Most of
crossed
it
my
is
mind.
I got 20 minutes left in this podcast.
So you're just kind of hanging.
Like,
Like I always take a fresh pair of underwear and a fresh beater into the bathroom with me. I go in naked, but I bring a pair of underwear and a beater with me. And as soon as I'm done drying off, I'll put my underwear
Nah,
like
see,
in the bathroom.
Because
I don't know why.
it feels like it steams up in there too much. Like, so like I don't want any moisture in my underwear.
I got that's just how I do it.
And then also, if it's there, if there's like an old, like one of the towels that now it's like, it's on the floor, it's been there for a few days, I'll take that towel and it's going directly into the laundry. I'll take it and scrub my heels and get some of that dry skin off with it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a nice feeling.
And then floss my toes. Like, just, my feet sweat a lot. So I know it's gross, but I try to take care of my feet.
I just do that with my finger before I get in the shower. I do it when I'm dirty, not when I'm clean.
Nah, because a lot, especially with ours, a little bit of water builds up. By time, after 45 minutes, there's an inch of water around the feet, not that much, but then the feet are real wet. So like, there
The
is
skin.
some extra,
Yeah.
skin
Yeah.
to scrape off.
Having being in a puddle when you're showering.
And it's ours.
It's because of the hair.
That, yeah, and every couple of months, like we're at the point I think we have to Drano it again. It's an older house, but yeah, half of the time I'm battling hair, me and Rachel's, and so every 2 minutes in the shower I'm taking my toe to scrape over the drain, and then a little fucking thing of hair comes out. I gotta pick it up and throw it in the corner.
I'm not used to that at all. So like once a month I'll have to take a little hair off the drain, and it gives me like anxiety. I'm like, fuck, am I going bald? And it's just a tiny bit, but like
sometimes Rachel, she'll be like, I'm gonna get a shower in the morning before work, and then I'll go get a shower. Do you wash your hair after everything?
No. Because
I'll step in there and I'm like, why is this so slimy? It feels like conditioner is.
It's conditioner.
I'm fucking surfing in there, and it's the hair with like
film,
soap and film in there, and when I go to turn the spigot on, a fucking clump pops out and I gotta pick it up with my hand and put it in the fucking trash.
That's what love's all about, dude.
That's what happens when like the water builds up a little bit and then all that soap scum comes down.
Hair first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hair, I always.
Well, I
can dish.
I will do shampoo first, and then like I might start shaving or something, and a lot of times
Women have to shave a lot. Yeah.
I'll start conditioner, and then I'll like do shaving and stuff like that.
Yeah, let it sink
and
in.
let it soak, and then I'll rinse the conditioner, and then I wash my face after everything.
See, you're just a practical person. That's the only way to do it. You wash your hair, get the condition, and let it hang out while you do everything else. And at the very end, that's when I get my rag and I do my face. But
do you ever shave in the shower?
Never. And it's funny you mention that because I was going to bring that up. I learned at a very young age, even like my face, I don't shave nothing else. Butthole, we had that discussion already. Because when like a lot of people get like the hot lather or like they like to get like a hot towel and shit on their neck, when I have like wet pores and hot pores, when I shave, it's too close of a shave.
Yeah, because your pores like opening
up,
out,
and I'm like going.
You're hitting skin
without even knowing it, and then it's so I never.
And then an hour later after the shower, you fucking
no
look
moisture
like a hive.
at all. Like I won't even shave like after I dry off and stuff. Like I need like an hour or so for all my pores to go back normal before I'll shave.
Now, do you what I always do? So my routine, I do a water shower. As soon as I get in there, I still have my hair up, and I just water shower my pits, crevices, and stuff. Just get whatever, and then I do my hair, and I only do the 2-in-1 head and shoulders, and then do like a quick soap wash where I get my face real good, and then I do a full deep body wash, and then I end after I rinse off, turn it on cold.
You've said on this podcast that you only do cold.
I don't get hot, only with like I want to exfoliate something. But yeah, I do like lukewarm, and then I turn the heat completely off.
Stories changing, dude.
Steven, do you like a really hot shower?
Yeah. Not like scalding, but I like it.
No, you get a hot.
I like it
shower.
as hot as I can take it.
That's what I like.
That's what I'm saying. I don't do that. Like,
yeah.
Only every once in a while will there be steam in my shower.
Yeah, if there ain't no steam, I'm not clean.
Yeah, see,
it's so relaxing, dude. That's why I don't. I have never in my life been a shower before work or in the morning guy.
Yeah, no. Shower at night, so you get in bed comfortable, wake up.
It just makes me tired.
Yeah. Well, when I was in college, I'd wake up and after some hard nights get a cold shower, and that will.
Well, that's different.
But
yeah, I grew up showering in the morning. It does. I feel like it wakes me up. I don't like to shower right before bed.
Well, when you have hair,
that's the big thing.
Going to sleep wet is a problem, or having moist hair, because then you wake up and it's a fucking problem. Even this,
especially with like Rachel having curly-ish hair, it's a real problem. But yeah, no, I'm never a hot shower. It's room
better
temperature.
For you. It's better for your skin.
It gets you cleaner.
But I always The hot, I'm
The
sure it does get you.
Cold water is better for your skin, and it releases endorphins in your body when you.
What I'm saying is,
Really?
the reason I end,
That's good to
I
know.
turn the heat all the way off, is it closes up your pores.
So you're not sweating your balls off.
Not only that, but it's healthier for you.
Okay.
You're not as like open pored and having, you know.
Sometimes when I'm feeling real fancy, I'll bring a cup of ice in the shower with me.
But if I am like not feeling good, I will do a hot shower as hot
Yeah.
as I can take it,
Yeah.
and then do cold and then go lay down, because the hot to cold, and then you get warm up in a bed, you'll fall right asleep.
The other night, and we can finish on this because it's not really, whatever. We probably are at time. But the other night when I was telling you I wasn't feeling good, and you were having that whole fucking freak out and shit.
Wasn't it a freak out?
Yeah,
Justified?
I felt so shitty that after I got in the shower and fucking did the soak, and I got out of the shower and I still didn't feel good. And that never happens. The hot shower fixes everything.
It's usually pretty good.
Except for a toothache. Nothing fixes that. But, dude, it was, I don't know what the fuck happened. I had duked that day, so it wasn't that. I don't know.
Next time, and I've said this in the podcast before, and this is a thing that I truly believe, there's probably some pseudoscience to it or whatever you want to call it. If you're nauseous, and I've had plenty of tummy aches, run your wrist under cold water.
I will try it, but it
Le-
wasn't nausea. It was
No, I'm just saying, like, if your stomach's not feeling good, I don't know if it makes the blood go a certain way, helps out in a certain way, but I have gotten myself out of pinches, like, at work, when I'm like, I can't take PTO right now, and I'll just go and lean on the counter and just put it the coldest water you can get, run it over your wrist. I swear to God. It works with headaches, too.
I would have tried it that night. It was like 3 hours. It just wouldn't go away. It was fucking annoying.
Well, luckily, we're gonna decide what dinner we're gonna have. It's either the fancy grilled chicken Rachel does, chicky parm, hamburger helper. I'm not
It's always, I guess, a nostalgic thing.
hamburger helper. Is
And I
good.
will never make it for myself.
And we got some nice asparagus, and then I got a treat. I got this fancy vanilla bean ice cream, and we got some of that crackle.
No, it's not crackle.
Is it
Crunch?
just syrup?
Just syrup.
The crunch
okay.
syrup or just chocolate
I thought
No,
it was the
it's
crunch,
just-
but it's just
syrup?
syrup.
Have you ever had the syrup
Fudge syrup.
that makes a shell?
That's what I was
That's
talking.
what
That's what I was
crackle
thinking.
is, isn't
Crackle.
it?
I thought that's what it was.
Any kind of sugar, I'm good. I figure my spirit animal is no longer the owl. It's bee. I'm a bee. I'm just constantly eating sugar.
I decided I'm an elephant.
Okay.
I want to touch an elephant. All right. Thanks, guys, for hanging in. Steven's already cracking in the cookies before dinner. Thanks for tuning in, and you guys will be all right. We
You're gonna be
promise you
aight.
that. Whether it's poop, towels, crackers, doctors. Oh, I have my surgery on Tuesday.
We'll have to do a post-op pod.
Yeah, we'll do a post-op on that. But you guys be all right. Thanks for tuning in. Love you. Joey, shout out. Thanks for the comments. We have apparel out now, guys. You can get yourself a shirt of a You Be Aight podcast shirt. They come in all sizes, even ones that fit me. So go on our website, check that out, and have a good week.